What if on this journey of you pursuing excellence, you're not really pursuing excellence, but you're pursuing perfection? Welcome back to another episode of Missing Human Excellence. We're going to talk about that today. What's the difference between excellence and perfection, and how can we stop ourselves from going out there and pursuing this thing that doesn't exist? So, back when I was little, right, I grew up in a Chinese household, in which means we're pretty strict. 100 points on a test, that means I gotta get more than 100 in order for me to feel even like worthy of anything. So I was good until I think second grade. One time I got a 99 out of 100. I mean, I was still proud of myself, right? I mean, 99 out of 100. I got 99 things right and one problem, right? And I came home, I opened the test, I'm like, I got 99 out of 100. I was happy. I was there, I was showing off a little bit, right? Sitting there on my desk, like, look, 99 out of 100, I only got this wrong. And when my aunts come by and says, well, you got this wrong, so you're not good enough. And that stuck with me. So from that point on, I stopped pursuing excellence and I started pursuing perfection. What does that mean? I started trying to be so perfect that the next test that I got, I started slowing down. I started double thinking, started like making sure that the things that I do actually mattered. I actually was getting it right. So I was taking more time and didn't finish the test. Or I would just eventually I would get so many 99s out of 100 and I'm like, what's the point of, you're going to tell me every time like I'm not good enough to get 100? Well, then I'm going to prove you right. So I started getting 98 and then 96. And the berets just keep coming out. Right now you're really not good enough because you're getting 96, not even 98 anymore. And then it went down, keep 94, and then 90. And eventually I got an 88. And that's when things all broke. Things just went to hell, right? Really? Like, you're getting 88. Everybody else in this house will always get 100 out of 100. Why are you getting 88? And what is wrong with you? You're stupid. You're this, you're that, and you suck. So I got that during my childhood years. Just imagine that, right? Just imagine me, coming back with 99 out of 100, and I did 99 things right except for one. And then that started me on a path of pursuing perfection. How does that look like for me today, or like as I go through these things? Last week I recorded a video for this podcast, and it wasn't perfect. Actually, it was so bad. I mean, I didn't post it. Right? The quality was bad, video was bad, sound was bad. It wasn't post worthy. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go back and post it again because it really sucked. I don't want to get said like, I don't know, like hurt your ears or something, right? But again, I didn't give myself credit for actually recording that episode, actually put it into the place it needs to go, and got it to where it needs to be, right? But I didn't give myself credit for any of that because I was taught to pursue perfection, not excellence. Excellence was there. I showed up, got the discipline, got my consistency. So many things I can list. So many things I can list that I did right, but I give myself no credit for. Why is that? It's simply because the one time my aunt told me that I wasn't good enough because a 99 out of 100 is not perfect. See, you're not pursuing excellence at that point. You're pursuing perfection. You're trying to be perfect in everything you do, and you're not trying to be excellent in everything you do. Right? You're going out there doing the best that you can and getting the best score that you can. You know what? Excellence can look like a spelling test that is 5 out of 20. I was just having this discussion inside my group. Excellence can mean different things. A 5 out of 20 could be excellent for somebody. Why is that? Because maybe dyslexia, maybe there's ADHD, maybe they just don't know how to, on a spelling test, it might just suck at spelling. That's okay. You're doing the best you can, right? That's excellence. But next time, if you get 6, you're pursuing to be better. Now you're pursuing excellence, right? That is excellence. You continue to get better. And if you're pursuing perfection, then 5 out of 20 is literal junk. 5 out of 20 that's junk. You should beat yourself up if you're pursuing perfection, right? But if you're pursuing excellence, you measure it by the progress. I think that's the biggest difference, right? We measure excellence by the progress of improvement. Are we doing the best that we can? Cool. Are we doing better next time than we did this time? Great. So a lot of people are not measuring by that. They're measuring by the end result. They're measuring by what we train to measure. I mean, going through school, you get measured by your results, right? You know, if you go to multiple choice test, right? A, B, C, or D. It doesn't matter what your thought process is, as long as you bubble in the right answer, you're good. You're good. You got the correct answer. A lot of times that's how we judge ourselves. If we don't have the correct answer, then we're just horrible. But your thought process is correct, everything else is correct, you showed up, you do the things you need to do. There's so many other things that you did right. Why don't you give yourself credit for that? Right? So today, I'm going to invite you, start pursuing excellence and stop pursuing perfection. And the difference between that is simply one of them is measured by progress, by the effort, by the work that you do. The other one is measured by the outcome of whatever it is that you put in, right? Back to the example of like going for a test. Somebody could study for 5 hours, get a B. That's excellence. That used to be me when I was in engineering school. I would study for 5 hours, get a B. Right? I think that's, looking back, that's excellence. I showed up, I did everything I needed to do, and I did the best that I can on the test. I got a B. So what? That was excellence to me. But some other people, they just understand the material, they're better at the things that's going on, and they just get it. And they can study for 5 minutes and get an A. Doesn't mean I'm less than the other person. He understands it better than me. We have different skills and we have different gifts, right? Like, I can't compare myself to people who know those things better, and that's okay. You know, excellence is it's measured by the journey, the progress, and the work that you do, and perfection is by the outcome and the result. So if you know that difference, you start looking at things differently, and you start seeing things differently, and continue to pursue excellence, not perfection. So thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, a subscribe. Let me know in the comments how this episode has impacted you, some thoughts you have in the comments. And thank you for listening, and I'll see you again tomorrow. I'm planning on doing this daily, so this is little short daily episodes. So tomorrow, we'll see you again. Peace.